One of the things you can do if you're interested in gardening, if you like outside work, and you still are under the agricultural umbrella, is basically keeping control of a landscaped area or a nursery. And when I say nursery this time, I'm not talking about little kids. We're talking about plants. And also pest control. So there's things that you can do, and especially, again, if you like outside work, that could be right up your alley. First, landscaping. I actually had a student of mine who started off mowing lawns and basically just doing that as a teenager, liked it so much that he now has his own landscaping business. It's incredible. A lot of the teachers he had, like me, we laugh in the sense that he's so successful. And what he did in high school was he actually started by mowing lawns, then started helping people landscape. Now, if you're saying, how did he do that? Well, he didn't necessarily design something like this, but he would help with mulching. He would help with, trimming bushes a certain way to look nice. And then suddenly he developed it into a business. He had his own little business when he was in high school, and it was a landscaping business. He hired his friends as employees, and they went around and actually had a business. And so it was pretty successful, and now he does it for a living. So if you're into working outside, landscaping, making things look nice and neat and better than they were with the yard or with bushes and things like that, that might be something that you might want to do as a career. Weeding, and notice I'm showing a farm on this. When I say weeding, we're talking about, when you say pest control, weeds can be pests. So part of a landscaping job, for instance, might be to know the different chemicals and different things you can use to take care of a certain weed problem. Dandelions are something that are really big in Ohio in the spring. They're those little yellow things that look like flowers. If you work as a landscaper, every landscaper will tell you that's not a flower, it's a weed. And so how do you go about actually taking care of that problem? So that might be something that you would do. Upkeep of grounds, and again, if you like doing this, you could be hired at a particular business as the landscaper, as the person who is the grounds maintenance person, and your job is to keep the outside appearance of the entire place, the facility, looking nice. So again, if you like working outside and this is something that's up your alley, a business could hire you for this. Pesticides are something you're going to have to be knowledgeable in, because again, when we're talking about weeding and we're talking about different types of problems that you could encounter depending who you're helping, then the landscaping could require pesticides. Now we're talking chemicals. And if we're talking chemicals, you kind of need to know the ins and outs of that, of do you need protection when you're spraying them, because you may not want to breathe all of that in all the time. So when you're using pesticides, be aware that those type of things you're going to need some research in to protect yourself and also to protect wherever it is you're working. I saw a golf course last summer, and the golf course had 2 holes that were totally burned out. The grass was completely dead. We were not in a drought. What happened? The landscaper used the wrong chemical when he sprayed those 2 holes, and he killed everything. So you better believe he probably wasn't brought back. Physical work, it goes without saying. If you're a landscaper, you're working physically. So you're bending over a lot. You're going to be, having to be in good physical condition to have this job. It just goes without saying. You can't work outside as a landscaper in fields, in a yard, doing different things if you're not in good physical shape. So that's just part of the job. And who can hire you, where you can work? Well, we've mentioned farms can hire you as far as I'm having a problem with a certain, type of a weed or a pest that's in my field. What do you recommend we spray on this? And would you just want to come and spray my fields for me? That's a possibility. Ranches might need your help because, again, if we're talking about pest control, they might need that. And golf courses. I just mentioned the golf course example of somebody who literally killed 2 holes. That's a place, if you're younger and you like this stuff, golf courses may hire you to actually help do a lot of this. A lot of teenagers that I know as a summer job will go out and help on a golf course. And they'll help simply just mow the course itself or aerate different areas like the greens. Aerate means you're punching holes in the greens to let them breathe. And you can learn a lot by just going out and helping a bigger business like that. You can also learn a lot if you just mow lawns like my one student did. So on-site training, once again, is huge. Now, I should say that my student, who now owns his own business, did go to college. Now, if you're saying, can you go to college for this? You can. But he also went to college for a business degree because he knew, I want to have my own business in this. I really love this, but I need some business experience. And so he got that too. But a lot of the people he hires to help actually work as landscapers are people who did on-site training, helped him do it, and now they're part of his business. So if this is something you like, if you have a kind of a green thumb and you like to work outside and make things look really nice and neat, then this might be something that is right up your alley. Just make sure if you work on a golf course, you use the right chemicals. We'll see you next time.